almost upon us after months and months of talking. You must be just raring to go now.
Yeah, I'm like now. I've just got to hold back now. I'm getting very excited here today. It's great to be a part of the build-up. The build-up's been brilliant, and the support and the interest we've had from this. It's really captured this imagination, and since both of us have very rarely been in a bad fight, so I don't see it being a problem in us both delivering a fight to match the expectations.
Is there a danger for both of you, I suppose, that you might lose a bit of composure because there's so much riding on it, there's so much excitement about this fight?
There's always that danger you get sucked in by the crowd, but that's where I've got to be. John's got to be. We've got to be professional enough to stick to our game plan. I've shown in the past in hostile and not so hostile crowds I'm capable of sticking to a game plan, and that's what I'll do on Saturday night.
What's been the feedback, the reaction walking around Manchester? Has it just been non-stop now for weeks and weeks?
Yeah, everyone's looking forward to it. Everyone's talking about it, not just boxing fans, just people like you say, with proper man lads. So it's a fight that's, like you say, I think that's helped capture the city's imagination. But I'm just, like I say, I'm just really excited by it all now. The waiting's almost over. As I've said, there's been talk. But all that gets put aside on Saturday night once that bell goes.
Obviously good friends, and you've sparred numerous rounds, but you've obviously had contrasts in the last couple of years. You've just been rising up. He's been out of the ring. Do you think that he's maybe unaware or underestimated just how far you've come in the last 2 years?
Listen, only John, I don't know what his feeling is, but possibly, I certainly believe that's going to be in my advantage, and I think that's going to be the big difference on Saturday night. As for John, you'd have to ask John that himself personally, but I believe these last 2.5 years, while John's been around, listen, it's not, it wasn't all through his own fault because he had medical reasons as well, and thankfully they got sorted, but in those past 2.5 years, I think you struggle to find someone who say, I've not improved as a fighter. Whereas obviously, like I say, John's not been the most active, he's had the 2 knockout wins, but until Saturday night, we won't know if he's improved at all. So you couldn't find anyone who said that John has improved on Saturday, and I think that's going to be a big factor on Saturday night.
Of course, the big common denominator here is Joe Gallagher. He's had his say at the press conference as always, but it's an extra angle, isn't it? Extra dimension to what's already a massive fight.
Yeah, it's it's just an extra little bit of spice, an extra ingredients added to it, and it's cooking nicely. And listen, obviously Joe and John, it's sad they fell out, but I mean, listen, that's between them. I'm not involved in that, and it's not something that without sounding rude, I'm just focused on beating John Murray, and I've got Joe in my corner, and I believe he's got a great game plan to make that come true. Anything personal between them two is up to them.
Yeah. On the other hand, he knows John absolutely inside out, his strengths, his weaknesses. That must be a huge advantage for you and him in the ring.
Yeah, definitely. I think if anyone knows John Murray, it's Joe Gallagher. There's no one out there who knows him better than what just about anyone may say. It's Joe Gallagher is the man to have in the corner if you're fighting John Murray, and obviously for me he's the man anyway. But I see that, like I say, as being a big advantage for me, and that's what I believe in the past 2.5 years. What John remembers of bits of sparring from further back than that, I hope he's not relying on that too much, because if not, he'll be in for a shock.
But of course, bigger than all of that, and the fact that it's a Manc derby, is that, like Eddie said, the winner is right in pole position for a world title shot, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. Listen, I've got a dream of being a world champion. I see this as potentially a fight or 2 away from making that dream come true. And on Saturday night, I've got to make sure I come out victorious. That's why I prepared the way I have, to make sure I do that, and I'm very confident I'm going to give him a chance. Not many people get a chance to make the dreams come true. I'm not far away from making that happen.
And it's been a nightmare week for Man City. They've lost at Liverpool. They only drew with Sunderland at home. I'm sure you want to make it 3. You want to make it an even worse week for them.
They say it comes in threes, but listen, we've had a bit of a nightmare season. So although I was at those derby games, I'll be really looking to restore a little bit of pride for the Red Half of Manchester on Saturday night.